Okay, what I'm doing now is I'm chasing this ring. This is the final ring that I want right here. I got a little bit of bug damage that's deeper, but it's on the side, so I think it's going to be fine. What I've been doing is I just take my draw knife and I just take a little gouges with this, little curls. I'm not trying to be too aggressive at all. And then when I get close, to my final ring, then I come up with my scraper here. I use a little Red Devil paint scraper, and then I can scrape it down to the final ring. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's real easy to go too deep with the draw knife. So if I just get close and then I scrape it, it's lessening the chances that I violate this ring and would have to go back and take it down to another ring, which is quite a bit of work. So that's what I'm doing right now. Draw knife and then scraping it, and got a nice ring here so far. And I'll just finish the bow. And well, I was just about halfway done chasing this ring, halfway with the bow, and I get to here, and this wood was just sitting in there underneath all these other layers, and it just came up. So what I need to do now is I need to take it down to this layer, and then take this one down another layer, at least till this is gone, and do the rest of the bow again. So sometimes when you draw a knife and you run into stuff like this, and surprise, surprise, you got a lot more work than you had to begin with. So I'll start digging away on that, and I'll work my way down this way, then I'll flip around and work the rest of the bow down to that same ring. Alright, I went through and removed the outer 2 or 3 rings to finally find a pristine ring. And there it is right there. So now my next step will be to take and flip this over. There's that nice back, and now my next step will be, now that I know where my back is going to be, now I can bring this down roughly to where I want it, the final dimensions. Now that I know that this ring is the back. So that's my next step, is to bring all this down final dimensions and start shaping the handle and the tips. Alright, there it is. The back's all chased to one ring. And one thing I did with this one right away is I put a coat of varnish on the back of that when I got to the final ring. Just because I think there's just a little bit of moisture left in there, and if I seal the back, it'll help prevent the back from getting any cracks in it as it dries. So now my next step is to flip it over and start reducing the belly and shape the handle